Networking can make all the difference in whether you're able to land your dream job or not. When I first started applying for my first tech job, I was immediately met with denied, rejected, super denied. Oh my God! I definitely had the skills required to land the job, but no one even gave me an opportunity to interview until I started to ask around in my network. Immediately after asking my network, I started landing interviews with, I kid you not, every single one of my dream companies. I'm talking interviews with Google, Amazon, Meta, Slack, you name it. And then it hit me that networking, meeting cool people, and landing referrals are the secret to breaking into tech. But it begs the question, how does one actually network? It's both simple and complex at the same time. Getting to network and meet a lot of cool people is a big reason why I'm here in Las Vegas at Atlassian's Team 24 event. Networking has a ton of negative connotations to it, and it's really easy to think of networking the wrong way and actually do it the incorrect way. Honestly, I blame internet tech culture. When you Google networking, the first thing that comes up is
business networking is the practice of building relationships with individuals and businesses for professional purposes.
But I've actually felt that. I've had people come up to me and ask, hey, sir, would you like to network? That doesn't sound genuine at all. It sounds like ChatGPT. Don't do that. Honestly, gross. Come on. I got a comment on my TikTok. I read every single comment, and they asked me to explain how to actually network. And I got you. Let's do it. Networking is essentially just meeting interesting people who have vaguely similar interests as you. By the end of this video, I'll cover the places, websites, and tools that I use to network. And first up on the list is the best place to meet amazing people interested in tech, and it's tech conferences. And I know for a fact my friend is here. She's a content creator. You may know her. Her name's Chloe Shi. She's a YouTuber, and she's been a product manager at Google, TikTok, and Discord, and she's around here somewhere. I just gotta find her so we can chat with her. It's been like 2 years since I last talked to her, so I'm pretty excited to see her. How has networking played a part in your career?
I don't like the term networking.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little icky.
Got it.
There's an agenda behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I like to go to things and meet interesting people and learn about the cool things that they're working on. It makes life a little bit more fun to live. It's like, oh, there's so many paths of life, so many walks of life. And then I'm able to ask them more questions about how they got to where they are, why they do it, where they want to take it from there. But I don't really have a business objective in mind.
Have you been successful meeting interesting people, or? How did we meet?
So Jeremiah and I, we are internet friends, and we used to be both tech content creators, but very small, very, very, very small, early days. And then we finally met in person in San Diego.
Yeah.
And then we've just been following each other and each other's life updates ever since then.
Yeah.
And look where we are now.
I know, it's been so wild. You're married now.
You have a house now.
You have a house now.
Whoa, dude.
I never thought about it oh, I can't wait to go to San Diego to network. I just was really excited to talk to you and Mayuko.
That's how I feel about networking. One thing about networking is knowing your one-liner. How do you introduce yourself?
That's
it's not
good.
Just about you meeting other people. It's about how other people remember you so that they can place how they want to reach back out to you in the future and how you can collaborate in the future. There has to be some sort of objective. And for me, I'm working on what that is because I'm in a crossroads in my career to figure out what is my place in this industry. Is it to go get hired, or is it to interview people? How do we know?
The fun part about these conferences is that when you meet more people, you have that database of people that can help. When I first started in tech, I couldn't point anyone to any direction that would be helpful. But now, after going to conferences and hanging out with internet folks like you, I can now direct people. Every single time someone's like, hey, I'm interested in product management, I'm like, oh, have you heard of Chloe Shi? Because I have no product management videos.
Oh my God, we're internet friends.
Yes, absolutely.
It's been so long.
Yeah. Thank you so much for, one, your time, and two, your mics. Couldn't have done without.
Oh yes, of course.
I rarely ever get to meet up with people that are in tech and also content creators, so I'm super happy that I finally got to meet up with Chloe Shi. And since it's 2024, naturally I'm interested in artificial intelligence, mainly so I can look good in front of you all. Hello. So I'm actually about to chat with the head of artificial intelligence for Atlassian, but the Atlassian keynote is starting right now, so let's go do that first. Wow, so much is going on in this keynote. I'll give you the quick highlights. First up, Jira Work Management and Jira Software are combining.
We simply call it Jira.
Recently, Atlassian has made some acquisitions.
We recently acquired Optic.
Now, Optic and Compass combined opens the door for a lot of cool things for developers. This includes API automatic documentation. Say you're developing a feature, a thing, or a product. When you're developing it, you automatically get the documentation that goes with it so other teams can maintain it. And let's say for some reason you need to change line 74 of your code. The auto API documentation will cover you. So now you don't have to go back and forth updating the code and then the documentation and then the code. It's automatic. And one of my favorite announcements was probably Confluence whiteboards. Working remotely is all fun and games. Obviously, people really enjoy that type of work. But when it comes to ideation and bouncing ideas off colleagues, sometimes people struggle. And that's where whiteboards comes in. It allows you to paint the picture that's going on in your head on a whiteboard so other coworkers can join the party. So the keynote was dope, and I've been using Atlassian products for about 5 years now, and I'm still amazed that a company of this size is able to build and ship features so quickly. It's wild. A lot of the features that are being built and shipped are AI features, and Sharif is the head of artificial intelligence, and I'm about to get to chat with him, which is exciting. So hopefully I don't embarrass myself. So we're back again. The last time I saw you was Amsterdam. How you been so far?
It is, good. It's been a crazy, what was that, December? A few months? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of announcements. How many features did you guys launched last year?
For AI, we had about 7 features, and then this week, today, we announced over 30 new features.
30 new features.
It has been nonstop, yes.
A lot of the developer sentiment that I hear a ton is like, wow, AI is just super powerful. It can completely replace humans. How do you feel about AI replacing humans?
I can see why people are fearful of that. The thing that gives me excitement of the future of these AI and these teammates is that a lot of these things AI is great at are things that are actually just not good use of human cognitive power. You know, the feature flag cleanup one I gave you is a great example. Another development team at Atlassian's built an agent for copy changes. Like you want to change the copy on a screen, right?
Right.
That someone realizes it shouldn't say acknowledges to say confirmed. That's a pull request in a code base. That is really low value work. And it's pretty mundane work. And it's not good use of like brain power for what people want to do. No one actually wants to do that work. So it's a really good example where it frees up our people to work on more valuable things.
Right.
And I think that's really what's going to happen with AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Atlassian Intelligence is like the main feature that's been announced and talked about throughout this year. How is Atlassian Intelligence changing the game for developers?
Today we announced a new product called Atlassian Rovo. Rovo is a knowledge discovery tool that ingests all your third-party apps in one place. So you can connect your Slack, your Teams, your GitHub, your Figma, all to Rovo. And so you can start to search across all your products and find it. But finding work's the first step. You kind of need to turn that data into knowledge.
Right.
So Rovo creates a tailored company glossary for your team. So as you have indexed all your Google Drive documents and your Figmas or whatever, and you ask it a question, it'll give you an answer, but from all the content you have. In addition, it'll deliver to you contextually. So as you're using Confluence or Jira, you'll see what we call rainbow underlines.
Rainbow underlines.
Well, let's say you see a funny project name called Blueberry, and everyone's like, what on earth is Blueberry? You'll click on it and you'll get a tailored definition of what that is unique to your company in the context of where you work. So you don't have to leave where you're working.
So I'm really right now interested in multimodal AI just because like Marquez Brownlee in the news around multimodal AI. Text-based input is kind of like the most well-known input for AI. Do you see any other inputs for AI, especially with your acquisition of Loom?
Loom, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're working with the Loom team right now. And so Rovo, the new product we've got, will use the Loom video to generate content. So as an example, you might ask, what did we talk about in the sales offsite last quarter? And that was a video recorded in the Loom.
Yeah.
It'll analyze that data and you can be like, okay, from that data, create me a page in Confluence and summarize the top 3 themes. It'll save you 5-10 minutes every day. And then in a few months' time, it'll probably save you 20 minutes.
The cool part about that is the math behind it. So if you're saved 10 minutes a day, and there's 1,000 employees in your company, the magnitude of just a little bit of improvement in your day-to-day routine is just huge. Where can you go to sign up for early access?
Atlassian.com/Rovo. Check it out.
Check it out. All right. Thanks so much for your time, and I'll see you probably next year somewhere.
Next conference.
Yeah.
See you, Joe.
Thanks so much.
a lot.
Sharif is honestly so fun to talk to. When I first heard that I was going to be chatting with the head of AI, got a little nervous, but he's a peach. Peach or not, I would never go up to Sharif or Chloe and just ask, would you like to network with me? That's not a thing. But instead, I'm genuinely interested in learning more about their experiences, what they think about the market, artificial intelligence, what's on their plate. And that is what networking is truly about, just meeting people who you are truly interested in talking to and hanging out with. The tech conferences are awesome, I get that, but I completely understand that not everyone can make it out to a tech conference in person, but that's fine. There's other alternatives to connecting with cool and interesting people in tech. There's a website called Meetup, which is great for finding events in your local area, but they also have some digital events that you can sign up for and then go to online from the comfort of your home in your PJs. And the second place or app or tool that I use is more common, and it's called Discord. Discord is a digital community where people come together and talk about things. My server is called We the Peoples. It's free to join, and there's about 5,000 people, and they're just chatting about tech, asking questions about coding issues, and so on and so forth. You're welcome to join. Link is in the description. And this last option isn't incredibly well known, but it's super valuable. It's called Blind, and Blind is like the anonymous underground of the tech market. You need a company email to join, and verified but anonymous users will talk about the culture of their company, how much they were able to negotiate up on their offer. And it's actually pretty common for people to give referrals to people on Blind. In tech, if you refer someone to a job and they actually wind up getting that job, the person that did the referring oftentimes gets $1,000 or $2,000 directly to them for helping out in the interview process. So it's basically a win-win. The person referring gets a couple $1,000s, and the person who gets the referral gets to land a job. Everyone wins. Thanks Atlassian for sponsoring this video, and like always, I'll see you on the next one. See ya.